Hi, thanks for coming back to Real Estate Insiders. We've got a treat today. We're here with Patti Heyner from Palm Beach Staging. And she's going to tell us a little bit about what staging is and also how it helps sell properties faster and, more importantly, for more money. So, Patti, thanks for joining us this morning.
I want to thank you so much, Dan, for having me here today. And I'm really, really excited to be here and kind of get the word out about staging because it's something new to Palm Beach County, I think, but known around the country.
Well, first of all, tell everybody what staging is.
Well, staging is basically a process where we make the house project an image. In today's market, there's so many properties on the market, and you want to be the number one most prime home on the market. Staging is that we go in and we work with the realtors, we work with the sellers, and we show the best features of that home. And that's through going to school and our education and training. And staging is known to sell the house in 23 days.
Well, obviously something like this is going to sell it faster, but for those people who aren't aware, because we're used to hearing the word staging, it's redecorating?
No.
Okay.
What staging is that we want to make a home show the best features of the house. And how you do that basically is we go in and we try to improve those features. It's not really decorating. What it is we are trained to show the best features of that house. Decluttering that house. Right. Okay, let's first take a house where someone's living in it. All right, they've lived there for many years, they've accumulated a lot of beautiful things, and it's overcluttered. When a person walks in, we want them to look at the features of the home. We don't want them to look at your personal pictures, your personal art features. We want them to notice the doors that lead out to the garden, the tub in the bathroom. If your house is full with clutter, people are going to go in there and they're going to start looking at your items and they're going to miss all the features of your home. If you can't see it, you're not going to buy it.
You know, I guess I know there's a fine line for real estate agents when they're listing a property. They meet the homeowner and the first thing they want to convey is how much they love the house and everything about it. And there's a line that they eventually have to cross to say, I know you love it, but it would be more appealing to the general market right now if your daughter's room wasn't that color, if these 100 pictures weren't on the mantle. So it's a fine line for that realtor to cross, to making someone feel good and wanting to conduct business together, to all of a sudden almost criticizing what the seller is already so proud of. So I would think, tell me if I'm wrong, that bringing in a third party to handle that dirty work is a good idea.
Basically, we work for the realtor and the seller. Right. And the realtor has to stay as the best friend of the seller. Right. Okay? He or she has to smooth them and tell them how wonderful it is. It's hard for the realtor to go in and say, oh, that art collection is really beautiful, but it isn't going to appeal to everyone. You know, that purple wall, it's got to be painted. We go in and basically what we do is gently, because it is hard on the seller. If I come into your house, you think your house is beautiful, everybody loves it, you're proud of it, you're emotional with it. Now, Shireen, my partner and daughter, and I come in and we do a evaluation of your home. Nobody at first likes an evaluation of their home. Come on, we don't like evaluation of ourselves. But what we do is we take them step by step. And we educate them on staging, and we tell them, we're not here to critique your lifestyle or what you love. We're here to critique what every buyer is going to love about your house. You want everyone to walk in the door to say, I want this house. We want to show the floor plan. We want to show the skylights. And I think after we educate them and we take them slowly through it and tell them this is a new beginning for you. When you do this, you're going to sell your house fast, and you're going to get top dollar, and you're going to move on to a new beginning.
You know, you once told me something that stuck with me, that while you're living in the house, it's your beloved home, home sweet home, and you love it. The second you decide to list it and move out, it's not your home anymore. Now it's a product.
Yes.
Right? So what you're doing, it appears, is you're taking someone's home and now making a product. It's something that you're putting out on the market, so that the same thing everybody wants. You want to sell it as quickly as you can and for the most money. So you've been talking about the house that may be cluttered or may need some rearranging. I know you actually will take furniture out and bring different furniture in. But I've noticed a lot of houses on the market, and this obviously doesn't apply to short sales or foreclosures.
No.
I mean, price is what's selling those houses. You don't want price to be the thing that sells your house, right? So how about the person who's moved out? Their house is vacant. How would staging help in that situation?
Well, basically, 90% of the people, which when I heard these statistics, it was like, I can't believe it, because I have the image to go in and see a home done. They can't see what it is going to be. They can't see, what it looks like. That's why, for years I worked for builders. They spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to furnish homes, because they're selling an image. They're making an image. And that's what Shireen and I do. We go in and we usually stage the most important rooms, which the most important rooms is the kitchen, the master bedroom, the master bathroom, and the living area.
Right.
We will extend that to the outside. If there's a pool and there's a lovely lake view, we'll extend our staging out there. Now, what we do is we bring our own pieces in. Okay, we have a warehouse that has everything you can possibly need to stage. Furniture, artwork, silk flowers. I mean, look it. I love staging. Shireen and I love staging. When we're staging a house, it's like we're infused with new energy. And it isn't only financial for us. When we finish a product, and that client comes in, whether it be the seller or the real estate, and they look at what we've done, they go, wow. Some of our sellers have said, oh my God, I could live here now. And I go, well, you don't want to do that. Because as you said, it's your home until you decide to sell it. When you decide to sell it, then it becomes an investment. And what do we want for our investment? We want top dollar for our investment. Staging is just another way to get you that top dollar. And it is much less expensive than the first price reduction. When a realtor can't sell a house, the first thing they do is go to the seller and they say, we need to reduce your price. And that price can go down $10,000 or $20,000. Now, what does that do? It takes the profit away from the seller, and the realtor's commission goes down.
And I think that you really may have lost your chance for the best first impression. I keep thinking about the vacant house. I don't care how many houses you've bought or sold. To try to visualize a living room, a dining room, a bedroom of a house that's empty, no matter how much experience you have, it's sort of difficult. And especially, I would think, if that's someone's first impression, is to try to see, well, how is this house going to work for me, and seeing it vacant, as opposed to having it look like a model home, which is really what it would be looking like after you were in there. Just how powerful is that when you're looking at houses for sale and it says, shows like a model? Because people go in there and they just picture themselves living in that space, or how their things might fit in the same space. I think it's really hard to look at something that's vacant, and I could expect that I would pay more if I had an image of the house in its best use.
Yes. Basically, we've done that. We have investors that have purchased several different houses. And we also have had people that didn't want to wait till the house sold. We're talking about a little bit of the upper higher price. So they've moved their furniture out and their family out. We have one in Jupiter. The realtor, not to mention names, but the company was Sotheby. And she went in and she said to the seller, you know, this is not working for me. We really need to do something. So through a referral, we went in there, and it did need something. It needed a room painted that had all kinds of blue clouds in the dining room. That's not going to work for anybody.
I like that.
The banister needed to be resanded and done, but basically it was a gorgeous house, and they wanted almost $700,000 for it. We went in with we do have a group of handy people, and we did some of the handiwork, and then we went in and we staged it. The realtor came and said, wow, now I can really put my open house, start marketing. The pictures are fabulous. She got a contract in less than 2 weeks at asking price.
Right, so I think the point that people would need to get in their head when they consider staging is it going to pay off for me? And I think the answer is that if the house isn't going to sell at the price you're asking for, and you have to reduce it, if it would cost you less money to stage it, make it look like a model, and have it, sell faster and for more money, that's probably a good investment. And you never know until you have someone come in, take a look around, give you their advice, and also give you estimates on what it will cost to make the necessary changes. So whether it's a vacant house or whether it's a house that someone's moving out of,
yes.
Staging is going to benefit either one.
Commercial properties too. Commercial properties. Listen, when someone looks on the computer, which is very correct, the first thing a buyer does is they go on the computer, It is a known statistical fact that when they look at something, they look at the exterior for 2 seconds. If that exterior does not please them, they're going to click on to the next house. They're not going to go look at the interior. And the pictures do sell a home.
So staging starts from the outside and works its way in.
Starts from the outside, yes.
Patti, tell people how they can get in touch with you if they want to learn more about staging.
Well, we have a website. It's palmbeachstaging.com. They can also call me at 561-685-1845, and we will do a consultation and see how little or as much they need us to do.
Thanks very much for joining us today. We had a great time.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.